encourage you. You know, a lot of times we'd be like, well, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know my story, but are you willing to share your story? Are you willing to overcome so that you're able to share your story with somebody? But anyway, welcome to Newbie Circle, you guys. For those of you guys who've never been here before, I know these numbers will start to come up because we like to be fashionably late, but we rebuke it by then in the name of Jesus. We get on early on meetings, okay? 5 minutes beforehand. We are early to our meetings. So shout out to y'all. If you're just now starting to be early, that's okay. Feel the conviction if you're not, and make way, because we do everything in order and decency, including our lips. We can't have ashy lips out in these streets, okay? Thank you, Jesus. Anyways, those of you guys who've never met me, my name is Rachel Wiggum. Yes, I'm super crazy and all that jazz. I've been in this company, I can now say it. Ooh, 7 years. Been here 7 years. Crazy completion. So God is doing a new thing as we move into year 8 as a squad. I'm your ambassador, diamond leader. I'm crazy and all those other things. I love me some Jesus, and without Jesus, I would have been 10 times worse. So y'all just be glad I know Jesus and continue to pray for me. Pray my strength in the Lord. I've reached the top rank in the company. You'll learn more about me as we go along. Said yes 7 years ago. I was a single mom. I was not doing okay. I had a master's degree. I was the typical get it how you live person. So it's just like, okay, if that don't work, I'm gonna go get the next thing. If that don't work, I'm gonna get the next thing. If that don't work, I'm gonna get the next thing. And that's where I was in life when this business found me. I was back in grad school for another master's that I did not want because I needed to take care of my son as a single mom. And so guess what? God grasped me here in this moment, show me that I can make limitless income and make an impact at the same time. And so here we are on the Money Squad. But you've already met me because you did day 1 of the launch pad, right? So, and you also learned about our values and things like that. So always go back there. If you haven't done the launch pad, you got on here just for this. Because for me to tell you, go do the launch pad, okay? Don't skip any corners. Go do the launch pad, okay? We're not here for skipping corners. My team and I'm talking about the Launchpad team, we didn't spend countless hours on making that. The company didn't make that. We made it just for you. And so you're going to utilize it so you can be successful. It was all my 7 years of knowledge along with their juice sprinkled on just for you. So you're going to take the time and go through it. You're going to do it. You can do it. You can do this. All right. I got a video for you guys. Lately we've been starting like that. So I have a video. Oh, I just feel that for somebody. I feel like there's somebody on here who's like, but you just don't understand what I've been through. Or you just don't understand what my life is like. You don't understand how many kids I got. You don't understand, right? Can anybody relate? Y'all be like, you just don't even understand, Rachel. You just don't even get it. You don't understand how, and it's there, even though people won't talk about it. Like, you don't understand what happened to me as a kid. You don't understand how my husband treats me. You don't understand my baby daddy issues. Okay, listen, all of it. Been there, done that. And sometimes God hasn't graced me to go through that, which is fine. But I'm going to tell you this. God brought you to it to see you through it. God brought you to this business to allow you to heal at the same time of getting the coins. Okay? And I need to stop saying that because I don't want coins. I mean, I want coins, but I want the bill. I want the dollar. I want the hundos. So I'm going to say the hundos, not the bills. I mean the coins. Y'all know what I mean, okay? We want the hundos. We don't want the coin. We want the coins too, but we don't just want the coins. We want the hundos. Is that a thing? Do cool kids still say hundos? Because is that still a thing? No, I'm old. Oh, dang, I'm old. Help, what y'all call money? I'm not calling them coins because I don't want coins. I mean, I want coins, but I don't just want coins. I'm not doing that. So, anyways. All right, I know. Help, Jesus. All right, drink your skinny brew. All right, let's start with the video. Let's go to Eric Thomas because clearly I need some help this morning. Hit up the comments, light it up with everything that's jumping out to you because you are you, and I like to see what is drawing out how this video relates to you. So make sure you guys are hitting up. Yeah, I'm gonna stay hip, okay? Never heard hundos. Okay, really? Where you been at? It's okay, you a little older than me, so we just seasoned saints. It's just what it is. I love you though. Okay, let's get this video popping. If y'all don't see how people on, send them a text and say, girl, get on, you tripping. All right. Oh, let me make sure. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, that's right. I gotta pause this. Oh, I'm gonna get it right one day. Get it done. Woo! Good. So good. Some of y'all need to scream. Cause y'all be acting reserved. It don't take liquor to make you scream. It don't take liquor to make you twerk some. Y'all don't have to be under the influence to it don't even you really gotta be filled with the spirit of the Holy Ghost. You can scream, okay? Scream. Wow! And not care who looking at you. Any look at me. I just scream. So that's how I want my kids to act. I'm creating my new normal. And so I suggest today that y'all decide that you're gonna create a new normal where other people don't run your life. I did 30 years, maybe 25, 27, I don't know, whatever. Because when I came to Works, I was just like, listen, you don't make me not a bill, and I done made a whole bunch of deals. So you will not regulate anything that has to do with me. And that's a word for somebody this morning. Okay, and I'm so glad y'all in this space. I feel like the numbers need to go up, but it's okay. I know it's hot and people think they're not in quarantine anymore, so they out in these streets. But you cannot allow other people to regulate you, especially when you come into this business. You're gonna be nervous. You may even be nervous and you in the house by yourself to scream. That was a word for somebody. You in a house by yourself, but you were afraid to open your mouth and scream. How about that? We need to do exercise. Everybody finna scream. I want y'all to woo like y'all Hulk, what's his name? Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Do y'all know what I'm talking about from wrestling? I'm dating myself today, okay? Might be a little old in these streets. If y'all don't know, just scream like I just did, okay? You might not know who Hulk Hogan is. But I want on the count of 3, everybody to just scream. Like, just scream. Unless your baby right there. So you need to just be like, okay? Because some of y'all need to release some things, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Wow! Yes! Okay, that was a practice because some of y'all like, this girl's crazy and I'm not doing that. You looked around, you look your camera on, you like, should I turn the camera off because these people looking at me. We're gonna do it one more time. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Wow! Yes! Doesn't that feel good? Like, you just feel. The reason I had y'all do that is because a lot of times you come into this business and you care about what other people think. And so when you scream and you get stares, you decide to go back into your shell. But right now, I'm going to invite you to come out of that shell, and regardless of what you do, whether it's a scream, whether it's a post, whether it's a message, whether it's wearing gear for a company, whether it's, I don't know, whatever it is, you can't care about what they think. You continue to scream, because guess what? That scream made me feel good. And just because you didn't like my scream doesn't mean that I'm no longer going to scream, because that scream frees me. And so a lot of things that you do when you come into this business are going to free you. But what happens is people get free and they get a taste of what the freedom feel like. And then they go back into their environments and they decide that they no longer want to be free because it's not socially accepted. And the reason it's not socially accepted is because they're not free. And so I'm going to tell you to come to the room. If you have not started a calendar, download Google Calendar on your phone. It is free, so you can get alerts. You're going to come to this room of freedom. You're going to come to this room of freedom every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? Even when you've been here, actually drop in the comments how long you've been here so you can see all the old heads that still show up because they know that they need their community. You're going to see people who've been here for years who still show up because the content is so fresh, okay? Because the Holy Ghost is real. Because it's not me, by the way. It's not. So that's number 1. You're going to come every Saturday at 10 a.m. Number 2, if you're a newbie, you're going to hop on the training that we have every Tuesday at 10 a.m. if you're free. Central Standard Time is the same code, all the same code, so you ain't got to think of nothing. Just save Rachel code in your phone. Actually, if you have the app, if you click, it'll actually pop up where you don't even have to remember it because it remembers the last few codes that y'all got on. It's so cool. It'll say like Rachel Wiggums Zoom or something like that. So Tuesday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. This Tuesday, we actually have a tips from the top at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Thursdays. Thursday night, if you want the even more juice, at 8 o'clock, you can come hang with me and get your mind right, okay? Because I've been through a lot of mental things in this business, and so I like to share that. And then you can come back again on Saturday. Now that's outside of working your business and your social media, sending your messages and like stuff like that. So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to get your mind right during the week. 5 hours on your mental. 5 hours on your, well, kind of, because sometimes we will do like things like host a post and going over that and things like that. So, all right, that was number 1 for y'all. What do y'all take away from that? That it just eats you up alive inside, and sometimes people don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. And I talked to the leadership about this morning. Most people don't. Your why is not your why. Can I give that to y'all today? A lot of times what you say you're here for is not why you're here. I wrote this down for y'all. It says, it's not your finances. Your finances aren't the problem. I wish somebody would have told me that when I first started. It's not your finances. It's not. Oh. You're going to make money. You're here to make money, and you will, especially if you show up and you don't quit. But it's not your finances. Because what you're going to find is you're going to make the finances, and then guess what? Things like discontentment or excuses or pride or fear or so many other things will come to the surface as you make this money. And a lot of times what people happen, and I just feel this is beneficial here on Newbie Circle, a lot of times what happens is you will be fearful and run from them. So fear will set in. It'll be like, oh man, I did so many brave things and my check was $200. I don't want to do more brave things. But little do you know, that's what we do. We're brave, patient, and consistent. And I'm gonna give y'all a little remix, okay? Let me give y'all a little remix. Being brave, and hopefully this is just gonna be Testimony Saturday. Being brave, patient, and consistent is what has allowed me to make $1 million, okay? Being brave, patient, and consistent is what has allowed me to bring my husband home full time. Being brave, patient, and consistent allowed me to pay for my wedding debt-free. Brave, patient, and consistent has allowed me to go on several trips out the country with my spouse, like Turks and Caicos, okay? For a week. Brave, patient, and consistent is what allowed me to build my home. Brave, patient, and consistent allowed me to keep my son in private school. Brave, patient, and consistent allowed me to fish out $17,000 in cash for Zayden. And then turn around and I don't even know how much money we fished out for Zaire. Brave, patient, and consistent is what allowed me to be able to be in rooms and be myself. To be on this Zoom with you and scream like I'm crazy and don't care what you think. Brave, patient, consistent allows me to be willing to wear Daisy Dukes in my house around my husband and I need to wrap my thighs. Okay, but I will wrap them though. Brave, patient, and consistent allows me to say I need help even while I keep moving. Brave, patient, consistent makes me seek help while I keep moving. So when we tell you these things and you're like, well, I'm just here, just show me how to get the coins. We're going to show you how to get the coins. But the question is, can you keep them? The question is, once you get the coins, and then what? Because I'm going to tell you, somebody who's made a lot of coins, you'll get to the Millionaires Club and be like, all right, I went on trips, I bought a house, still got debt. What's going on with my life? Got the nice car, went to the car. Yeah, okay, brave, patient, consistent will let you go to the dealership and design your own car and order it, because we did that. That was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, this is an experience. To order a car, we've done it before 30. Brave, patient, consistent will get you on islands. Spend 4 days on an island. So it's not your finances. So today, I want y'all to dig a little deeper when it comes to your story. I want you to dig a little deeper when it comes to your why. You're here for more than what you think you are. So I want you to think about it. Monetary wise, let's speak about the money. Right now, you know what? And let me say this first. What are you willing to say no to so you can say yes? And you might have to pray about this, but if you know, drop it in the comments, because you might be able to help somebody else. What are you willing to say no to so you can say yes? And when I say that, you can make an extra $500 a month, but if you still eat out every day, then you ain't eliminating the problem. Because instead of ordering McDonald's, you're gonna go get Breco, okay? Because you're gonna be like, God blessed me so I can upgrade my life. No, he did not. Am I just keeping it real for somebody? Because listen, I'm for real. It's not about the extra money. You're gonna make the extra money. Some of y'all ain't started making no extra money because you ain't sent no messages or made your post about coffee. Or you made it one time. I'm not frozen, am I froze? Oh, come on, Holy Ghost. Help! I'm back. Look at Jesus. Hallelujah. 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 All right. I'm back. Am I back? I'm back. Boom. All right. What do you need to say no to? That's the real thing. And I don't know if y'all ever walked into a setting where somebody's willing to be honest with y'all. It ain't no, you can have it all. I would tell people, like, don't read your yes when you start this business. Because you need to learn. You done said yes your whole life. You need to start saying no and figure out what your real boundaries. How many of y'all, and you can just be completely honest, be saying yes to stuff that you don't even want to say yes to? You don't want no ice cream. Why did you say yes? Just because they offered it. You might as well just say yes to some drugs. You deal with peer pressure your entire life. We grown out here being peer pressured. Girl, you going to the Caribbean with us? We putting our deposit down. You going? No. Well, if she don't say yes, man, you can spend the extra $3,000 you ain't got. Saying yes. Ain't even paid your tithes. I'm in somebody's business. I just feel it. I'm sorry. I'm in somebody's business. So, as you come into this business, and the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because y'all about to be rich. The only reason people don't get rich is because they stay quit. Stop being a quitter. I am not a quitter. Somebody just drop that in the comment. I am not a quitter. And stop sending yourself off. Every time you don't show up, you are being a quitter. Every time you don't get on that power hour, you are being a quitter. Every time you don't post, You're quitting. Stop sending yourself off like, well, I ain't like quit. I ain't turned my auto-ship off. My website's still running. No, you're a quitter. Like, let's be real. So stop quitting. Every time you get in your feelings, because we left feelings back in 2019. So if you're just now joining us, I want you to read Living Beyond Your Feelings by Joyce Myers. And I want you to get free, okay? I got free when I read that book. Anybody else get free when you read that? When I read that book, I was like, what? My feelings don't have to have a vote? Oh, I'm in charge now. I can check myself. Like, I'm not crazy if I be like Rachel. I was like, okay, I'm free. I be streets. That book will change your whole life. Living Beyond Your Feelings by Joyce Myers. Some of y'all need to hop off here and start it today. Because if you start living beyond your feelings, you'll make the post. Because if it was your job, you do it. And so I need you to realize that this is your job. You guys are so strong. But when it comes to being an entrepreneur and it's an option, you lose your strength. You don't have to be told what to do in order to do it. You have the same authority as your boss. You have the same authority. You have more authority than your boss. How about that? So stop listening to your boss more than you listen to yourself. You tell you what to do. And if you got to be like, I don't know what you got to do to trick yourself in order to hold yourself accountable to what it is that you're supposed to be doing, but I need you to do it because you are blocking your blessing. Y'all, you are blocking your blessing. You are blocking your blessing. Stop listening to other people's stories thinking that yours is just gonna come to life. People earn the right to tell their story. They earn the right. So when you see people on these calls, they've earned the right to hop on that call and tell their story. Guess what they didn't do? They didn't quit. And I think in this moment, really grasping what it means. Actually, how about this? Let's make it interactive. Drop in the comments one way this past week that you quit. Who be honest? Host the post. Yep, you sure right. Me too. I did that this week too. Yep. I still got up a good deal, but it wasn't my norm. Yep. That's good. Following up. Yeah. Posting. Yep. Didn't wake up for prayer. Yep. Personal development. Yep. Missing your bedtime. That's quitting. Yep. Workout goal. Come on. I did a little better than last week, but I feel you, Creeper. Whew. We got to stop quitting. And this is one of my sayings is we're aware of our weaknesses and we strengthen our strengths. And sometimes for somebody, so thank you guys for sharing, because somebody wasn't willing to share why they quit. Somebody was embarrassed, too embarrassed because of guilt and shame. And guilt and shame will keep you bound. Guilt and shame. Yep, I sure am. I sure will, Jesus. Listen, God be talking to me since I'm about to do something for you. Guilt and shame will keep you bound. Guilt and shame will keep you bound. Guilt and shame will keep you bound. And I think that's the thing, like, you know how guilt and shame feels, and how it feels on the inside, and you don't want to feel that feeling, and so you decide not to do it because you think that it's going to make the feeling go away, but it doesn't. Does anybody know? Like, the feeling doesn't go away just because you decide to act like it's not there. And that's a word. Not acting like it's not there will not cause it to go away. So I have a letter that I'm going to read to you guys. And I want you to read the letter as if it's you. If you don't get nothing from this whole meeting besides I got to get my mind together, that's what I want you to get. What we do is not hard. What we do is not hard. I tell y'all all the time, like, the accountability is big. Accountability is big. If you see an open office and you know you ain't work for the day, hop on the open office. Hop on it. Hop on it. Help me, Lord. All right, we're going to read this letter. If you need it, I believe it's already in the Money Squad page on the Files tab. It says, Dear Guilt, Shame, and False Identity, I decided today to no longer be apathetic to the lies I have been believing. I'm not entertaining that mess no more. Yes, I've given up on ever believing that I could overcome my past, whether it was the things done to me or the mistakes I made. Today, I'm casting all shame and guilt on God. Because listen, it don't even belong to you. Who is more than able to bear the burden of it all? The victory has already been won. I'm an overcomer. Do y'all know it's already won? Like, y'all just have to walk in the victory. Like, it's already won. So many times, you're the reason right now. So I'm gonna give you the authority. I'm gonna give you back the authority that you've given away. Yeah, I remember the song. I went to the enemy's camp and I took back what he stole from me. Y'all know? Y'all know? Okay. No. He's under my feet. He's under my feet. He's under my. Okay, bye. When it seems as though I'm facing nothing but difficulties, I choose to see an invaluable opportunity to experience the greatest joy. I know that when my faith is tested, it stirs up power within me to endure all things. It strengthens a muscle, y'all. When endurance grows even stronger, it will release perfection into every part of my being until there is nothing missing, nothing lacking. Y'all, it releases perfection. Go back. It says, when my faith is tested, it releases perfection in every part of my being until there is nothing missing, nothing lacking. The Lord has promised to work all things together for my good, all according to his will. Today, I will receive and trust in this promise. When I lack wisdom, I know God will give me specific wisdom I need from his generous hand of grace. How? I'm going to ask for it. I'm going to say, God, I need you. I need your wisdom in this time. I will no longer allow you, the enemy, to steal, kill, or destroy who I was made to be. Come on, y'all. Stop allowing him to take you out. I will learn to develop joy in all things, regardless of what's going on in my present life or anything that has been a part of my past. My past does not define me. It prepares me. My past does not define me. It prepares me for the future God has prepared specifically for me. I know all have sinned and have fallen short. All of them. Everybody. Your pastor, your mama, your grandma, me, anybody. The top income earner. Like, everybody has fallen short in sin. I know that Jesus was sent to the cross because of God's immeasurable love for me. It was not my sin. It was not my sin. My Savior is the good shepherd who willingly laid down his life as a sacrifice for his sheep. He did it for me, just for me. He laid down his life to save his friends, and that's exactly what I am, his friend. I'm his friend. I don't know about y'all. The Bible says I'm his friend, so that's why I call myself everything to me. I refuse to listen to the lies telling me that mistakes I made are who I am. I did those things. Let's be clear. I did do those things, but they are not who I am. He has relentlessly pursued me. So some of y'all are here because he's relentlessly pursued you. He wants you to be in the midst of this so you can be reminded of how much he loves you and how much he desires for you. But they are not who I am. Okay, where we at? But pursued me so I would know I am a child of the highest God. My heavenly Father calls me his daughter. I am no longer going to be a slave to guilt and shame. Somehow, y'all, listen, out here slaves to it. It's running your life. I have been set free. Somebody drop that in the comments. I have been set free. Today. You're gonna. Sometimes you just gotta realize you're free. It's like so. It's conditioning. It's social conditioning, or systematic conditioning. Whatever. You think you in chains, but you're free. And so mentally, you're still in the chains, and you can't even walk in the freedom that God has already given you. You can make 5 figures a month. You can. You can be a millionaire. You can. Little do y'all know, y'all already a millionaire. You just won't walk in it. because you're too afraid to realize that God will give you the steps as you walk. The only reason the steps ain't there is because you ain't moved your feet. The only reason the customers aren't there is because you messaged 5 customers and that's it. If you messaged 100, maybe you would have the 2,000, 3,000, and 10,000, and 100,000 in volume. I have been set free. God sees the things that were done to me. He sees them. He is the one who will heal my broken heart and bind up my wounds. That's for somebody. God sees the things that were done to me, including the mean customers. It could be the hard stuff, your spouse, whoever. He's the one who will heal my broken heart and bind up my wounds. I will no longer attend the classroom of apathy as though there is nothing left for me to do. Rather, I will listen to my teacher. For too long, I underestimated and misunderstood the Lord's discipline. I thought of it as an unending punishment, but now I see it was God himself lovingly training me. I will not get depressed over how he corrects me, because that ain't none of my business. Because at the end of the day, how you discipline your child is how you discipline your child, right? Right or wrong? Can I tell you how to discipline your kid? No, sure can't. So you can't tell God how he gets to discipline you. But you always got to know that he has your best interest in heart when he does it. Because at the end of the day, when you discipline your kids, it's because you know, or you think you know, because God gave us the wisdom to discipline our kids, that it's the right thing for them in that moment. But now I see it was God himself lovingly training me. I will not get depressed over how he corrects me, for I now see the Lord's training on my life as evidence of his faithful love. When he draws me to himself, it proves I am his delightful child. I fully embrace God's correction as a part of my training, for he is doing what any loving father would do for his children. Going forward, I receive correction as validation that I'm a child of God. I walk forward in new trust, and even if it seems painful. Can I change that? Even when it seems painful. Even when it is painful. Let's be clear. Even when it is painful, I know he is doing what's needed to produce a transformation in my character. It will produce a heart filled with right thinking and peace. You can continue to talk to me in your loud accusations, talking to the enemy here, because he's loud. So if you hear it, and 9 times out of 10, that ain't even God. That's loud. God don't even talk like that. So learn your father's voice. But I will be listening to the still, small voice, speaking loving affirmations of his love. Sincerely, put your name, Rachel. That is in the Money Squad page. Some of y'all been waiting for permission to be you. So, y'all, I don't even know what's up with today, okay? But y'all bomb. Y'all don't even realize how bomb y'all are. Like, for example, like Terry had sent me a message. Y'all, Terry, go check her out, y'all. Terry had sent me a message and was like, if you look at my stories, you know, I kind of did a spin-off for your stories. I went and looked at her stories and I was like, listen, you like about legit as me. Like, you're killing it. It was so cool. Like, I wish y'all knew some of y'all lives. Like, Rion watches like everybody lives because he has time to do that. He said that's just a part of his job. That's part of his job to support me. Y'all know that because he's my ears and eyes. He'd be like, man, this person like real cool, well-spoken, like great personality, be having some bomb revelations and stuff like that. Like, if y'all just knew how amazing you were and stop comparing yourself. It reminds me of maybe if you guys can actually search it. I want y'all can go search it. See if somebody can bump it up to the top of I don't even know, maybe tag people on it. Go to my video, go to Facebook right now, put in the search box Rachel Wiggum. I wonder if I can pull it up. Yep. Rachel Wiggum, and then the plus sign, and then hashtag I'm her. Or you might even just be able to do the hashtag I'm her. Hashtag I'm her. I am, no apostrophe, HER. I want everybody to watch that when y'all get off here. Hopefully it's not super long. Is it super long? How many minutes is it? Who found it? Anybody found it yet? I'm finna find it. So y'all can search it right now, y'all. Yeah. I'm finding it. Anybody? Dang, I can't find it. Anybody found it? In the Money Squad. No, it's actually on my personal page. Well, we're going to find it, okay, y'all? And as soon as we find it, we're going to tag everybody because I need y'all to watch that video today and realize that you are her. And there is no, y'all, God made each of us specifically in a special way. And you not being her, you not walking, or him, yes, guys who are on here. Yes, I'm her, I'm him. Yes, thank you, Robin. Ooh, is it 42 minutes? Help Jesus. No, it's not on Gigi. All right, looks like Kahaya found it. Yep, that's it. Ooh, and look at her. She was fat. Ooh, she had just had a baby. Don't y'all know it works? Okay, y'all see me. Ooh, I'm her. Ooh, that was Zayden too. And no, that was Zaire. It was Zaire. No, look at me slim. Do y'all see how it works? The products work. Thank you. Glory to his name. That's it. I want all y'all to watch that today. How long is it? It is 14 minutes. It's not even long. 14 minutes. As soon as y'all hop off here. I'm actually in this early today, so y'all can go watch it. Watch it. If you, somebody share it into the Money Squad. I'll share right now. I'll share it. I'm her or I'm him. Okay? I'm gonna share it right now. Or somebody probably shared it already. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all share it. Good, thank you. Oh, I got you. So that's what I want y'all to realize today. That when you are not you and not walking in who you're supposed to be, you're actually hurting me. That sounds crazy, don't it? Look, I want y'all to look at the person that is on the screen next to you. Look around. Actually, drop a name of a person on here that you don't know. Just drop it in the comments. I'm gonna do it too. I don't know everybody, right? So like, I don't know. Actually, kind of Tamika. I don't know Tamika, right? So when you don't show up as your best self, when you don't walk in who your best self is, you're hurting Stacy, Linda. Linda, you getting all the juice today, okay? Come on, Stacy, Brittany, Javon, Ashley, okay? You're hurting them because we are a puzzle piece to the, you're a piece to the puzzle. And so when you don't put your piece in, guess what? My big picture, the big picture that I'm a part of, it's almost like my piece doesn't even matter because their piece is still missing. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So it's like, Rachel, you're so consistent. Yes, I'm so consistent. But until somebody starts to be consistent with me, are we really making the impact that God decided that we're supposed to make together? And I get it, because I've been there. Been doing this for 7 years. You go back into those little communities and people don't get it. And it's easier to just conform and go back. Some of y'all, it's just your bubble. It's easier to go back into your bubble. It's like, I didn't feel all of that when I was watching Netflix and chilling. But God is calling you to something greater. You're here because he's calling you to something greater. And as you start to walk into that something greater and for real walk into it, like for real walk into it, the money won't even be a thing. Prelims will come and you'll be like, well, glory to his name. But you won't be checking for prelims. Okay? That's how I want y'all. I want y'all not checking for prelims. You like 10 stacks. Like you can do a little 2-step and shot real quick. But then you go back to the business. Because it ain't even about the money no more. And when you start to get to that mindset, you'll put the 10 stacks on your debt. I mean, minus your tithes, you know. You'll give it away. Because you understand that you're making a bigger impact. You'll understand and then what? You'll understand that there is no destination. You think you're gonna make an extra $1,000 a month, and then what? You'll understand that what you're a part of is something so much greater. So, y'all, like, that's why I keep playing that song. I played it the other day, Thursday. It's history in the making. But in order for the history to be in the making, you got to get up. Reminds me of Sarah Jakes. Like, girl, get up. Guy, get up. And then once you get up, stay up. So I want to tell y'all today, it's not your finances that's the problem, and your finances is why finances maybe why you're here, but that ain't your why. You know, on the leadership meeting, y'all got some amazing leaders. I'm gonna say that. Like, it's such a blessing to be able to get up and spend an hour and a half with them on Saturday morning. I make them get up real early. Well, it's not real early, but kind of early. Okay, real early is coming to the 5 a.m. club. But they were talking about, we had a conversation about a revelization. Some of y'all never heard that word. I made it up. Of how sometimes, and I'm sure a lot of y'all have done this. Any of y'all overbuy food? Have you ever understood the root behind that? Have you ever been willing to look the root behind that in the eyes? Understanding that you buy too much food, or you buy your kids everything they want because you never had what you wanted. And you vowed that your kids would never experience the pain and turmoil that you had. Or you'll never be in a house with nothing to eat because you experienced that as a child. Listen, we're going to break some things off. So hang with us. If this is your first time, yes, we're crazy, but I'm telling you, come back. And it's going to renew you and change your mind. But y'all gonna get off here, and we're about to get some host to post popping. We got a work office from 3 to 5. If you're not in the Juke and June post, come back and hop on here from 3 to 5 Central Standard Time. And we are going to, we're going to work. That's when we get all my host posts up. I'm about to get myself a whole life together. But y'all don't go watch that I'm Her, because I think it takes a lot to be in the right mental place before you actually start working. If you have not done the Launchpad, please do it. Please do it. Even if you get on from 3 to 5 just to get on and do the Launchpad. Being in the room will change your life. And we're trying to have, we're not trying, we don't try, we do. But we're putting ourselves in a position to where there's more spaces for you to feel like every day there's a work office, a workspace, or something. Every day besides Sunday. Now I'm gonna say this before we hop off of here. Pop-up practice 1:30 today too. Awesome. So if you're not able to do the 3 to 5, you can hop on at 1:30. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. I have charged the leadership, and I'm gonna charge you to do the exact same thing. If you haven't gotten to day 7 and you're new to this, I do encourage everybody to take a day off. I encourage everybody. But I'm doing something special today. God has placed on my heart something special for our team today. So I want everybody, if you're willing, to shut down at 7 o'clock, and the post will be going up at 11:30 about this in the Money Squad. I want you to shut down at 7 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time, until 7 p.m. tomorrow. And I want you to completely disengage from social media altogether. There are alarms that we want you we understand on this team there's power in prayer. And there is a lot more that we are dealing with culturally, worldly, like on a whole, the world basis. Like, there's so many different things that we are fighting against. And I believe as we come together that we're going to break some things off. Because I desire, I've been here for 7 years. I desire for longevity. My desire for you is that you have stamina. My desire for you is that you have things that stick. We want transformation that actually sticks. Transformation Nation, what's up? Okay. We want transformation that sticks. We want abundance for you. We desire for you to make $500 a month consistently. We desire for you to make $10,000 a month. That's why my husband and I are still here, because we believe in you guys. We believe that you can break off whatever it is that is keeping you bound, that's blocking you from the abundance that God desires for you. And so we're going to come together corporately. We're going to shut it down. You're going to spend some time with your family. You're going to Netflix and chill. And when your alarms go off, you're going to pray these 3 things that, actually, if somebody has them, you can actually post them in the comments, but they will be up on the Money Squad page. But we're going to shut it down because we about to get free, okay? We're going to be free. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And so we're going to fight this thing the way that we're supposed to fight it. And my prayer is that you grow closer to Christ in the meantime. It's going to be great. So I'm going to pray and then we're going to hop off of here. If anybody has any specific questions, y'all can hit me up, hit up your upline. The giveaway is at noon. Yep, it's the same every week, Central Standard Time. All right, guys, we're going to pray. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed my craziness today. Yep, those are the 3 prayers. God, touch my unbelief. God, deliver me from myself. God, strengthen me with your righteous right hand. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we love you. We adore you. I praise you so much. Thank you so much for this crew. Thank you for everybody who decided to give some time today to work on themselves, to work on their mind. God, I'm just praying that your spirit deliver the message to each and every person exactly the way that they were supposed to hear it, to bring forth change. We desire change in this time. We desire for you to change us, to renew us, to make us strong. We desire all of that, God, and just thank you so much for how you're just doing that. You're doing exactly that. You are changing us. You're renewing us. You're making us strong. And so we just pray as we go in this time of solidarity, okay, how do you say it? As we go in this time, God, I'm just asking that you just bless us like never before. God, I'm praying in the spirit of obedience as we walk in this, God, that the things that are on their hearts, people's hearts and minds, it may be the supernatural debt cancellation. It may be the fact that they have the debt. It may be lights getting turned off. Who knows? There's something that everybody here is battling. And so today, as we go forth, God, I'm just praying that you're with us, that you give us clarity, that you give us direction, and that you help us. You help us be obedient. So we just love you and we adore you. God, I'm just praying over this week as we go into it, that we post it out like never before, and we allow you to put your super on our natural, because we're actually doing the work, God. The ways that we are quitting, we rebuke and bind that right now. We cast it down. Anything that is blocking us from being consistent and causing us to quit. So God, we love you and we adore you and we praise you in advance for all the wins that are coming. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Happy Saturday, y'all. See y'all later.